if you look at Pew Research Center did a survey of what Americans were prioritizing in the vote in September. So like a month ago, or like a month and a half ago. And they showed what Americans were going to prioritize this in their vote, what they considered very important. And all of the issues that Trump ended up winning on, like economy, and immigration and fear of violence or violent crime, are all near the top of what Americans were going to vote for. And all of the Democratic issues like climate, abortion, racial inequality are all at the bottom. And so, I mean, like, this should include like us into like, look, the kinds of things that Democrats were running for and prioritizing are not things most Americans were going to prioritize, and they didn't this election. So it's less of a battle of like ideological kind of conflict and more of just who is promising change and who is promising better economic futures. Whether that's true or not, Republicans won that, and they did it across the board. Well, and it's something that the left has got to, like the intellect, let's say the intellectual left and the elite. I don't mean like anybody who votes Democrat, but let's just say the intellectual left. They really need to come to grips with this idea that like more Americans, Americans will first think, how do I put food on the table and a roof over my head before they start thinking about climate change, and before they start thinking about progressive values. If you take care of people's immediate needs, then they can start thinking about recycling. Then they can start thinking about, you know what, how do I become a more kind of like tolerant person? But like, unless they have those things, they're just going to go for what they need, how they support their future and their families. And that's a fair thing to worry about.